Welcome to the Maximize Business Value podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Mastery Partners, where our mission is to equip business owners to maximize business value so they can transition their business on their terms. Our mission was born from the lessons we've learned from over 100 business transactions, which fuels our desire to share our experiences and wisdom so you can succeed. Now here's your host, CEO Mastery Partners, Tom Bronson.
Hi, and welcome back to Maximize Business Value podcast. I'm your host, Tom Bronson. In today's episode, we're diving into yet another chapter from my book, The Maximize Business Value Playbook, but this time with a little twist. We're switching up our format to bring you high-quality audio directly from the Audible recordings for the remaining chapters. Yes, you can find this book right on Audible. Whether you're tuning in on your morning jog, during your commute, or as you wind down your day, I'm here to help you unlock ways to maximize your business's value. So let's get started and delve into today's chapter. Number 63. Understand taxation, working capital mechanics, and post-closing liabilities. When it comes time for the business to transition, it's important to understand the taxation, post-close liabilities, and working capital mechanics. Let's start with the tax. There will always be some tax component on the proceeds from a transaction. Depending on the size of the transaction, it's important to start working on the implications far in advance, sometimes even years before the closing. Be sure to include a knowledgeable CPA, financial planner, and an estate planner who understands transactions. They will always offer great advice for minimizing the tax consequences. The government will always get its cut, but great financial advisors know how to minimize that. There will almost always be a working capital component to the letter of intent, or LOI, and the closing documents. The new owner will want a clean business that can sustain itself until it can achieve proper cash flow. Therefore, buyers will usually require the seller to leave enough working capital behind to support the business for a short period. This money stays with the business, and this fact is something that, in my experience, most business owners don't understand. A great business attorney with transaction experience working with the CPA will realize this situation and explain it based on all the documents. Finally, the closing may not be the end of the story. There are almost always liabilities that stay with the owner regardless of the transaction type. A good attorney will work to minimize those liabilities, so they should be involved every step of the way. Don't even think about signing LOI documents without engaging a good attorney to review it in advance. Last-minute surprises sometimes derail an excellent transaction, which could ultimately damage the value of the business, so it's important to understand these things along the way. My MBV actions? Number 1, engage a CPA, financial planner, and business estate attorney who understand transactions. Number 2, build your transition team early. And number 3, if you haven't done it already, download our ebook on assembling the ultimate transition team from the free stuff at masterypartners.com. Well, thanks for joining me for another episode of the Maximize Business Value podcast. I hope today's chapter sparks some new ideas on how you can continue to drive value in your business. Remember, it's not just about listening and learning, it's about taking action. So visit our website for lots more free resources. Grab your Maximize Business Value Playbook and all of my other releases on Amazon and now on Audible via the links below. And don't hesitate to reach out if you want to discuss how you can apply these concepts in your business. I'm anxious to talk to you. Until next time, I'm Tom Bronson, reminding you to relentlessly execute every day and do it while you maximize business value.
thank you for tuning in to the Maximize Business Value podcast with Tom Bronson. This podcast is brought to you by Mastery Partners, where our mission is to equip business owners to maximize business value so they can transition on their terms. Learn more on how to build long-term sustainable business value and get free value-building tools by visiting our website, www.masterypartners.com. That's master with a Y, masterypartners.com. Check it out.
That was perfect. I wouldn't make any changes on that.